Hey, what's happening? Welcome back. All right, so I'm filming this for you on Sunday, 4:02 in the afternoon. Let's see what happened. So, as you know, the deadline for that specific promotion, the big ticket bundle promotion, was at midnight on the 11th of September. So, let me take you to the computer and let's see what happened when the dust settled, how everything did. So here I am on the ClickFunnels. I'm going to look at stats. So first things first here, looks like we did 21,000 bucks, which is great. Now remember that one order of 297, it doesn't count. Like we had one test order. So I'll take it. Just to be like totally clear, when you do, look at this now, from September 12th through 13th, just to show you, when you do a deadline and you're telling people there's a deadline, you want to make sure that the dang deadline works. So it looks like somebody somehow last minute snuck in on the 12th, like maybe, I don't know, maybe it was a time zone thing or something, because I think ClickFunnels is on UTC time, whatever that is. But it's important that if it's ending, it's ending. In fact, here, it expired on the 11th, so it expired on that Saturday. So let me just really show you to be sure. Yeah, so you can see we had 600 something people go to the site and ended up getting that one order. I don't know how that happened, but it wasn't intentional. There were no shenanigans intended there. But what did the last day do, right? So if we look at our total, and really no clue how this guy got through or whoever it was. Actually, let's see. Let's dork out here. Okay, so actually that purchase came through an hour ago, an hour ago, like today. That's super weird. So it came from this page. Let's just make sure this thing actually expires. Yeah, it does. Weird. I don't know how the person got in there. Maybe they had the order form cached. However, the order form should also have expired. Maybe someone on my team hooked this person up? Not sure. Yeah. You never know. But anyway, what are you going to do, right? Point being, it really did expire legitimately, except for that one person. No clue how they snuck through there. So pretty good, 21 grand, I'll take it. And the importance of this, and the reason I'm walking you through this is twofold. I want to show you, number one, look what happens on the last day, right? So if you quit on something early, okay, whoops, I did the wrong dang day. I'm going to do the 10th. Sorry, I'm trying to be all smart. Our last day of this thing was the 10th, right? So if you quit on something early, and you don't really follow through to the end, you could be potentially missing out. Think about this promotion. We sent the email at 5 something in the afternoon on Wednesday, and of course the stupid video didn't work. Damn it. And then we send it out 2 more emails on Thursday, and of course the stupid video doesn't work for the majority of that time until I caught it Thursday evening. Great, whatever. Sales weren't really that impressive, and then come Friday morning, the final day, they were starting to pick up. Now, had we quit on Thursday and been oh man, this has just been a disaster, I'm embarrassed or whatever, I'd have been out 20 something $1,000. Definitely had I quit before Friday, the last day, I'd have been out this 15 grand, so that's a big deal. You know what I mean? Let this stuff really do its job. The rule of damage always applies. People are always going to wait until the last minute to buy stuff. All right. So that was point number one that I wanted to make. Dude, this stuff actually works. It's amazing. Do it. Point number two is let's play a little game of how could we have made this thing better? All right. So let's go back over here to the actual funnel steps. Okay. And let's have a look at the sales page itself. So if I do a preview, actually, you know what? If I bring the page up, it'll expire because of the timer on there. So this is what it looks like in the editor version, that countdown timer. I don't want to change this because then it'll make the page active again. And then my threat of, deadline won't be real, and I don't want that. So what could have made this thing better? Well, the first thing is this video was terrible, right? So this is a video that was originally intended for, let me hit copy here. That video was intended for one-click upsells only, right? So it didn't mean to really build the case for here's why you should buy this thing. It's really more like, hey, you're buying something anyway, you want to get a really good bargain. And so the dang thing's like 3 minutes or something long, maybe a little bit longer than that, but not particularly long, right? Let me show you this thing. So here it is, just me, and I've got it set up through Wistia here where all the controls are turned off because we had so many technical problems trying to get this dang thing to play. But I'll put a link to this video for you under, the one that's giving these instructions. But this is like, there's no like following the formula in this video. It's just me just looking horrible going, all right, you got some stuff for a bargain. So that's like thing number one. Had it been an actually good video, where I'm like, hey, here's how to sell high ticket. Here's why you should. Here's why, even if you've never done it before, it makes sense to at least have something in there. Talk about slack adjusters. Talk about how incestuous I'm going to teach high ticket to sell high ticket to people who want to teach high ticket, and all that kind of stuff. And like busted down some myths and everything and talked about the various business models of high ticket stuff. And like could have really done a good job with the sales letter. Naturally, didn't. And the reason I didn't is because I wanted to use something that already existed. But that's thing number one that we could have done significantly better with this thing. All right. Thing number two is, if we come here, where are we? There we go. All right. Thing number two is I probably could have had better headline. Who knows? Announcing 7 secrets to selling expensive things, even if you've never done it before, or something like that. Like anything better than this. This doesn't really convey a benefit, except for, hey, you can buy this if you want to sell expensive things. So there's no benefit-laden headline at all. There are no bullet points in here. All I'm really doing in the copy is I'm saying, hey, here's what this stuff originally sold for. And then look, for each thing that I'm selling, there's 3 courses in this bundle. There is a maximum of 4 sentences to describe each one. Then I've got this like lame looking graphic that was created quickly, and it's like, all right, there's a bargain, and then here's all the stuff you get, and then give me some money. All right. And so I did that on purpose because I just wanted to recreate the one-click upsell page and like show you, okay, here's how to use what you got to get money right now without overthinking things, so that's the reason I did that. I don't advocate bad copy. I deliberately wanted to just be like, okay, let's just throw something together and see what happens. But thing number one, obviously we could have done a better job with the copy. That would have probably really, really, really increased conversions. Now, thing number two is let's have a look at something here in our stats. All right. So I don't want to save anything. We'll wait for 20,000 years. Okay, let's go to our stats here. You might have noticed this already. Look at the order form conversion on these guys, all right? So this one converted okay, sort of. Like, yeah, so it's almost 20% conversion for the visitors from this order form to the next one here, to actually completion. So that's pretty good. This one did terribly. It converted at 8%. They're identical pages, I think. Lord knows. Like maybe the stupid things didn't work properly, but probably could have tweaked the order form a little bit. I literally just sort of hurried through it just to build something. And if we look at it and we actually go over here and check out the order forms themselves, we can see that it's really not that great, right? There's no mention of a guarantee or anything except for this like thing right here, which everybody's blind to. There's really a grand total of 4 sentences here describing what they get. Like there's just not much there, right? So this probably could have been increased. The conversion on this could have been increased significantly. And so you have that. But what's really missing from this, right? Like let's say everything remained the same. We didn't mess with any of the copy or anything. How could we have maximized this? Well, the obvious thing is, number one, we could have put a freaking order bump on here. Like, hey, they're already spending $297 here. What if we said, hey, do you want to add something else that's really cool to your order for, I don't know, $37, $47? Like, most likely around 20% or so of the folks who bought would have taken me up on that. That's just free money, right? Very rarely will that actually hurt your conversion rate. Another place where we went wrong is, let's go back over here to our stats, is I have nothing in place to follow up with the folks who started to order Notice I got 55 people started to order here, 37 people started to order here. I have no follow-up sequence for these guys, right? So like there's no cart abandonment. There should have been cart abandonment. It could have got me, where there's what, like, let's say 20, actually, yeah, exactly 20 people that abandoned the cart and didn't buy. Dude, that's like, I might have been able to get 1 or 2 sales out of that, which is still $400 for writing emails. Probably should have had some emails going to people who didn't buy. They started to, they didn't, who knows why. But what else is missing? Yeah, one-click upsells. Like, this is totally moronic not to have one-click upsells. They're literally just spending $200. Like, why wouldn't I offer them something else? I got in a hurry and I didn't think about it until after the fact, and I was like, well, shoot, I don't want to mess with the thing, but surely some one-click upsells would be more profitable. In fact, I think it's reasonable to assume that it would have literally been physically impossible to make less money if I had one-click upsells, because even if nobody took them, all right, it wouldn't have had any effect on the upfront conversion, because someone would never even see the one-click upsell until they made the purchase anyway. So I missed out on like 60 something, 72. Yeah, 71, because one of these is a test order. I missed out on 72 opportunities to sell something on a one-click upsell, even if it was something cheap. All right, so let's say that it was like $97, so they're buying something for $300 and they could add another thing for $97. Who knows what it could be? And I only sold like 10% of them. Well, that's another $700, and that like $700 matters, right? But regardless, we made 21 grand from a clearly imperfectly executed campaign. My point in showing you all of this is like, look, we're generating ads, or we're using ads, we're getting leads, we're getting customers, we're getting momentum. Like, we want to really squeeze every last drop we can out of what we're using. Even if we do it imperfectly, it's going to beat not doing anything. Right? So deploy this stuff. Like, really go out and make offers. The more offers you make, the more money you make, And what's really crazy is I haven't emailed my list in a while, and I'm looking at this, I'm talking to my wife. I'm like, my gosh, we made 20 grand this week just messing around with this, the offer itself was good, but the web page was terrible. And I'm thinking, if I did that every week, it'd be an extra $80,000 a month. Like, every 80 grand helps, So let's all get to work and take note of how easy it is to do this, and also take note of how easily we could have been foiled if we stopped, if we gave up, and if we let ourselves fall victim to, So I'm sure my support team got nasty emails. You dummy, you can't even sell anything, your video doesn't work, or whatever. If we'd have paid attention to that and not pressed forward, it would be like writing a check to them for $21,000. Don't write checks to fear, right? Let other people write checks to you. Hope you like this series. Now get to work and sell some stuff.